No, no. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, may I call you librarian? Librarian. Free, completely free librarian. Okay. Kind of Mrs. Robinson. No, made a mistake. I made a mistake. Mrs. Lopez. Mrs. Lopez. Mrs.
Robinson, yeah.
Mrs. Robinson. This is very good. Sounds like Mrs. Lopez. No, Mrs. Robinson. Okay. So this is a very, very, very important anecdote. To realize who you are, in a sense, how to practice, how to practice the judging. See, you know much about, I don't know much about you may know much about the Chinese very famous master. Name is Joshi. I don't know much about him. And his teacher is Annon. So when Joshi was 18 years, he realized selflessness. Although he just realized selflessness, he could not notice. There's still a kind of self who knows much about what's realized the truth. See, this is very much the important thing. So people just say, "I realize this," but we have to just check. We have to be checked. See? Otherwise, the kind of the mistake what the Joshi Master Joshi just made. See? That's the reason we have to be checked. We have to be checked whether the reality is the correct or not. You see, otherwise you're gonna have a trouble later. You're gonna have a trouble. So when he was 18 years, he just realized the selflessness. But as I just mentioned, but still does help. Who knows much about what he just realized. Then he said, "It's all right. I never just had. He never just had any trouble at all." Then maybe I don't know much about how many years passed. See, then one day, some kind of trouble question problem just come out in his mind. He was so confused. He was so confused because he was completely all right. He thought he was so completely all right. But some kind of question, trouble, the problem just come out in his mind. So he was so totally confused, and he went to see his teacher named Nancy. Then he asked him, his teacher. So, although I thought I was completely safe I was completely satisfied with everything. So feel so great. But so he, but right now I have so many, so much other trouble and the question. So how? So without any trouble vacation, or how do I have to be? See? He asks his teacher, how do I have to be? Then his teacher said, his teacher said, everyday mind is a way. Everyday mind is a way. You see, in a word, see, in a word. See? Why do you have a trouble with it? Why do you have a trouble with it? See? Because see, the thing is just exactly as it is. You never have any trouble. See? To be understandable. He never understands it. He never understands what his teacher just teach him. So he just asked him, again, he just asked him, how I will be able to understand it. How do I be able to understand it? See? Even Joshi, even Master Joshi, never be able to recognize that much. He just attached thinking of thought. See? What his teacher just teach him? See? Everyday mind is a way. Everyday mind is a way. So what happened? What's going on right now? Itself is to ourselves. To ourselves. So we don't have any trouble. See? Because there is a certain separation between the things the things going on right now, right here, and what you think about the self. There is certain separation. That's it causes us trouble. See? Once you just become as it is, so there is no problem. See? That's the everyday mind is a way. Everyday mind is our true self. In other words, see, what's going on right now is true ourself. But unfortunately, Joshi never be able to understand it. Then he said, how do I have to be? How do I have to be to recognize what you say, to accept what you say? Then this is a very famous the instruction teaching. See, if you seek for the truth, or if you seek the truth, you go against the truth. Oh, this is very clear. See, but the people never understand it. See, if I try to understand what it is, I never be able to understand what it is. This is the thinking. This is the within thinking. So, unfortunately, Joshi just realized selflessness, but he never really understand what his teacher just teach him. See? If he is seek for, if he just seeks the truth, you go against the truth. See, because Joshi never be able to understand this This is a reality. See, this one is another human body. This is another human body. This one is a Dharma body. This Dharma body is a reality itself. So why do you have to just seek the truth? Because this is the reality, truth itself. We don't need to seek for anything, any more. This is the reality itself. But unfortunately, even the master Joshi never be able to understand this reality. This is even in concept. That's the reason we have to do a zazen. You see, this one is the patriarchs just as patriarchs just mentioned. Non-self is a universe. Because you just recognize this one as me or the self, that's the reason. You never be understanding. If you just seek for the truth, you go against the truth. You never be able to understand it because this is universal itself. So why do we have to seek the truth? Universal is a truth, reality itself. That's much. See, our true existence is so huge, incredible, uncountable. That's the reason we have to do a zazen. So we go back to today's text 45. If you seek the truth, you go against that which is right, which is not the truth. Okay, when we listen, we try to understand. That is a mistake in the first place. Very good, very good. Yeah, people just try to listen as carefully as possible. See? But we don't need to do it. We don't need to. When I clap my hand, see? Without doing, you simply become this sound is said. Why do you have to be? Why? See? So everybody just become this sound. See? This is a done. This is a done. Without doing. See, we simply become agitated. When I see this, I simply become agitated. See, when I face this, I simply become agitated without doing anything. This is so fantastic. Other people never be able to understand it. Other people are doing this way. Everyday mind is a way. This is the everyday mind. When I face this, I simply become as it is. When I face this, I simply become as it is. Without doing anything. This is Dharma. This is the everyday mind. Without doing, I simply become as it is. Okay, when we listen, we try to understand. That is a mistake in the first place. We don't need to understand. Although we don't care, we don't deny it to understand. But it's in a sense, understand. See, before you understand what it is, see, this one become as it is. See, this one become one with become one with as I just faced. Always become always becoming one. So one is itself. See, itself is not necessary to know much about what it is. And itself, see, it's totally impossible to know much about what it is. Because one, you don't need to know much about what it is. See? Very simple. Mr. Robinson. See, it's very simple. Without knowing, we know much about everything. Without thinking, we know much about everything. Although we don't deny this thinking, we don't deny this knowing or thinking, but that comes out later. See? Before recognition, we simply become as it is. We don't need to know much about what it is in concept or in thinking. See? Become one. Very, very easy. So we don't need to do anything. See? This is our daily life. You see? See? We always just become one with everything. Everything. See? Not only eyes, but also ears, nose, the mouth, or the body, and the thinking. All become one. Then once you just become one with everything, and then you recognize that reality or circumstance or state, and then there is certain separation between this and this. This comes out later. This is not true. This is not a reality. The reality is when I face this, I simply become as it is, and nothing left at all. Nothing left at all. But unfortunately, people think about this after recognition. Then you recognize this, and at the same time you recognize this as me or the same. And you try to figure out then you just figure out what it is or it comes late. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. That's the reason we have to just we have to do something because we don't know much about anything about ourselves. See, although we know much about quite many, but unfortunately, we don't know much about ourselves. See? This is entirely miserable. We are exhausting ourselves, no doubt at all. But people don't know much about who we are. This is a totally miserable thing. That's the reason we have to do that. Yeah, Gary-san, even in library, you can find out through yourself. Never sleep. Okay. So when we listen, we try to understand. Although we don't deny to understand, but it's totally useless, unnecessary. That is a mistake in the first place. You say, if I don't listen hard, I won't understand. Who taught you that? how do infants listen? Children, it's okay. The kind of mother say, "You stay here. You stay here." Then kid say, oh, "Okay, okay," and go go away. Then the mother said, "Ah, he's just so much."
Yeah.
Childish. Oh, no. See, what are the kids' responses? He just said, "Yeah." Then finish. The activities are different.
Yeah.
He just answered, say yes. Finish. And he just go away. This is different. This is different. So people never understand this. You see, what he just the answer, and his activity completely face, and just go away the different activities. So people never understand. See, unfortunate. Who taught you that? Who taught you that? How do infant listen? Because the children don't care much about thinking too much. Although people the children deny it, but he just simply just and simply just separates from very quickly. But although as far as the adult people, the adult people care much about thinking also. The adult people attach the thinking, so never separate from the thinking, never be able to separate from the thinking. The infant or children don't care much about thinking also. Very flexible. Very flexible. Easy to just separate. Easy to attach. Easy to separate. Very good. But unfortunately, other people cannot do it. Too much thinking. Too much attachment to overthinking. It's caused us trouble. So then Master Banke called it the Fushoda. Our activity is without grace to come out. Our activity come out without grace to come out. And our activity is disappearing. Disappearing without grace to disappear. See? You never know. Oh. You never be able to notice where it's come from. Without no place to come out, and without no place to disappear. Everything. That's easy. See, any kind of activity, any kind of thing, never be left at all, because no place to come out, no place to disappear. So the thing is, look at challenge. Nothing is just left. What do you think about the things just happen past? Always just always just come out. The things just come out. I like to know that the things just came out. Plus, the things that just will come out at the future never exists. Never exists. Completely thing. Completely thing as it is in right now, right here. Don't be deceived by thinking stuff. That's a creation, past and the future, or even the present is the creation of a thinking. Don't be deceived by thinking. Okay. 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 So, then Master Vanke called it who showed him, but it doesn't matter. Now, while listening to him, a dog barked. Are you back? No, in your case, you barked. Meow. it's a dog or fox.
Fox, dog or fox.
Dog or that's right. He asked, what is that? See? Something like this. And they just clap my hand. Why do you have to be? Why do you have to be this sound? Huh? Without thinking, totally you just become this. Without doing anything. Why? What he did that? What he did? Very important thing. But unfortunately, people never notice this. This is a fundamental, basic aspect. See? For us to just recognize or realize. This is the essential of ourselves. Not this one. Not this one. Not this. This one is this one is another human body. This one is a Dharma body. This is entirely different from what we think of the self or human body. This is so human. But people think of this. This one is as a me or the self. Totally misunderstand. This is empty. This is totally empty. Nothing about you think about the self or ego exists. That's the reason we have to do zazen. Only that you'll be able to just realize this reality. Unless you don't, unless you do that, unless you do that, you're gonna be a kind of a juggler. Kind of juggler. Just a juggling for you without anything. Understand it? Okay. Okay, the condition before one knows or hears about the fact that one is away from human viewpoint. This is not something that is made up. See? That's the reason. That's the reason we have to do it without understanding anything, or without trying to understand anything, everything, or without trying to know everything. See, we simply be able to know much about what it is. See? Before thinking common. you know much about already, without thinking, without concept, without knowledge already. Understand? Koko-san. Bye bye. Yeah, that's it. This much we don't know much about ourselves. Also, exactly we are ourselves. No doubt at all. But people never be able to understand. Never be able to just accept what the Shakyamuni Buddha's realization. That's the reason. Within our life, we have to do this thing. The rest of the things what people just want to do is nothing. Nothing. See? Once you just realize for you, see, non-self is a universe. Non-self is a universe. That's much our essential self is so huge, so uncomfortable. That's the reason. That's the reason. Shakyamuni Buddha was patriarch just recommend us to do that. This is the most important the model for us to do. Okay. The condition before one knows or hear about the fact. The fact that one is away from the human viewpoint. This is not something that is made up. See? In the fundamental, essential. That's the reason you don't need to worry about anything. See? When I clap my hands. Everybody just become distant. Everybody become distant. Not only human being, but also any kind of things become distant. See, that's scroll just teaching us. Everything is one. One is everything. This is the reality of unity. People never know. People never realize this. Everything is one. One is everything. Yeah, this is the universal reality. But the thinking of concept, even thinking concept, you never know much. You never be able to understand it. So that's the reason that we have to do. Okay, this is called Fusho. No knowing, no thinking. This is a key point of the practice. That's the reason. Think of not thinking. The same thinking. Fusho is think of not thinking. So how can you do it? Think of not thinking. It's a totally impossible to recognize how to do it in concept. But Dogen Zen is just Master Dogen just Master Dogen just the teacher, just living thinking as it is. This is the think of not thinking. Understand? Living thinking, thinking as it is. This is a think of not thinking. Think of not thinking. Very great. Very good. Although Mrs. Lopez is so confused. very fortunate, very. Although he's kind of okay. I should not say. It's okay. It's okay. 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 So this is a very important thing. Think of not thinking. Think of not thinking. So even Japanese people, it's very difficult to do. So for Western, it's a totally torture, totally torture to do it. Okay, but the thing is, if you just realize who you are, so although it's a very hard to do it, but simply if you do it, never give up, then you'll be able to just realize who you are. You'll be able to encounter through yourself. Okay. While Shakyamuni Buddha, then Master Dogen, and the patriarchs showed us the reality as it is. What the Shakyamuni Buddha, patriarchs or the Master Dogen, just teach us directly what the reality is, who we are. See, directly. But people try to understand it in concepts of thinking. So there is a certain separation between what are the patriarchs just teach us, then what we just they understand what it is completely different. See, you don't need to understand this sound. You don't need to understand this, or you don't need to know much about this sound. Before you just know, before you just understand this sound, this sound, you completely become this sound itself. You don't need to understand. You don't need to know much about it is. This reality, patriarchs just the teacher. But what people just, what people understand, this sound is ourself. This sound is ourself. This is totally that's a concept. That's a concept. See, this one is nothing concerned with the concept. See, people never understand. People just try to understand. Okay, that is the sound. That is ourselves. Okay, that's it. That's it. So amazing. They just never teach you. That's it. They just why do we have to be? See, but people understand. That's our true self. Okay, that's it. Everything is all right. Perfect. They see totally. That's why you see people totally misunderstand. But the patriarchs just try to just teach it. Okay. This one is this. The long one is long, and the short one is short. That is how you understand it. See, listen. See. This one. Yeah, I said. This one. This is the glass case. People. Oh, okay. That's it. That's it. There I said, this is yourself. People think that's much crazy. That's what Jinen is crazy. See? But see, when I say glass case, you see, when I say the yourself, it doesn't, it's not change at all. See? This one is nothing concerned with words and letters. See? So when I say glass case, then this one is a totally glass case. If so. When I say yourself, this will have to be changed. There's nothing changed. You see? That's much. Everything. See? Everything is nothing concerned with thinking or thought. See? But the people are completely deceived the thinking. So that, you see? When I say this is a glass case, okay. When I say this one is yourself, crazy. Crazy. Yes. To be exist. Crazy enough. But it is. That's much. We just attach. We attach the words and the letter for thinking. See? Thinking of the concept doesn't mean anything. Before you just before you can just recognize everything. See, this one simply become one with everything. That's a total enough. See, the traffic signal. When traffic signal become red, then you just recognize, traffic, the signage become red. Then you just press the brake. You're going to be crashed. But you recognize before you just recognize the signal is red. You simply just press the brake. Who did it? See? Who did it? You simply press the brake. So fantastic. This is true our activity. This is a universal activity. See? Not the few, not the activity of the thinking or the concept. See? All of you just do it. See? That's the reason we don't have any trouble. If our the activity is quite much concern our activity is concerned with thinking. So there is nothing happens. See, always have a trouble. Always have trouble. Was very conscious. Our activity is nothing concerned with thinking. That's the reason. See, even we are so confused with the thinking also. See, we never put the food to eyes, so to know. We just simply just take it to your mouth. See, this must be our activity is universal. Nothing concerned with the thinking. That's the reason we have to do that. Okay. And Patrick showed us earlier. We tend to only accept this intellectual. So, as I just mentioned, you'll be able to You try to understand what it is. What it is. Okay, this is this. Okay, this is it. So we don't need to do it. We don't need. See? Where they are not teaching and showing us how to think. See? We don't need to. We don't need to now study how to think, how to think. Unfortunately, people always try to just think of how to think. It's a totally unnecessary. Before thinking, before recognition, or before thinking, we simply just act. Without thinking. We just think. This is a Dharma. This is a Dharma. The Dharma is just so fascinating. Are you observing, or are you observing and saying that the wrong one is wrong? Or is it the truth that the wrong one is wrong? What it says. The people think this is a glass case. But this will never say I am glass case. I'm good. We just put knowledge on it. See, then say this is glass. We just made a rule of it. See, as a glass case. But if this one says I'm a glass case, it'll be all right. Oh, this is the glass. But this one never says it. We just put the knowledge on it. Then we call it glass case. So why don't we say this is whiskey, brandy? See, doesn't matter. But people care much about it. When I say this is the glass case, the people say, okay, oh, this is a brandy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You have to be crazy. Totally crazy. Totally crazy. See, not so much. We just attach to thinking word or later. So once you just totally forget about what you just learned or what you studied. So then you just totally become empty. Then kind of thing happens. Then you just realize, when you just realize this, then you just recognize, when you just recognize this, then you just recognize this and you recognize this as me. Then you be completely realize, this moment, see, we just recognize, we just recognize the self. The self never exists. Before you just recognize the things, what you think about the self never exists. Never exists. When you recognize the thing, it's almost same time you recognize this one as me or the self. Then kind of memory come out. And then once you just recognize this as me or the self, then you think about this one just be here for a long time. But when you just think about this one is here, at the moment, when when others thinking of the what you think about the self or the me just come out in your mind. At the moment, just what you think about self just come out. Just come out, not before. So to think about, the people think about big. See, this one just exists, and this one just stay here for a long before. See? That's a totally misunderstanding. Totally misunderstanding. Okay. Do not have the thought that here is wrong. And also, what people just mistaking is, oh, so we should not say long is long, short is short. So this is long is or short. Short. This is still within thinking. This is still within thinking. Within thinking. So, we completely just separate from once we completely separate from the thinking or concept, then you'll be able to just encounter through yourself, through ourselves, nothing concerned with the thinking or thought concept. Just as it is when I face it. See, when I face this, I simply become as it is. This time, this moment, see, this one is true ourselves. This one is true ourselves. When I face this, see, what we just faced before it completely dropped away, and now simply become as it is. That is the true self right now, right here. And when I face it totally dropped away, and I simply become as it is. This one is our true self right now. See? The things just I face it, we face is completely dropped. So, what is our true self? What is our true self? See? What we just thinking about thinking of the self or ego is a creation of thinking, creation of thinking. See? Our true self never be catch, never be hold, never be hold. That's the reason we don't need to worry about life and death. Life and death. See, as long as you can say anything about life and death. Why you have to just worry about it? See, why do you have to worry about it? Okay. Then this is something different, something special. The six patriarchs, then Master Daikan, Annon, taught us. See, I don't know much about the Daikan Annon, but you just call him name. Doesn't matter. When you look at all people, see, all people, all the things, you should not see their right and wrong, good and bad, and their excess and deficiency. See? What he just teaches us is, see, when I face everything, so we just face everything. See? There is nothing concerned with thinking. There is nothing in another word. It says good or bad, right and wrong, or excess and deficiency never come. never come. See? Then you recognize their state or condition. Then the thinking come out, and then you say, "Oh, this is good," or "This is bad." That is another reality. That is another truth. That's the creation of thinking, delusion. People don't know much about it. People don't know much about that. But just simply just without thinking. Who's, who is doing? Okay. So we never just try to understand everything with thinking. We should not do it. See? That's expected. That's like I recommend us to do. See? If you do that, then you are only restricted in your own nature. See? Our own nature, our true nature, nothing concerned with thinking. But when you try to think about, try to just understand everything with thinking, see? We just dropped in the thinking. Although the activity or true nature is nothing concerned with the thinking also. Simply just slow to think, simply just release the thinking as it is. Then you're completely separate. You'll be able to completely separate from thinking itself. That's a true essential ourselves. We know we never have any trouble. This is okay. However, okay, if you do that, then you're unrestricted in your own nature. However, people who are deluded, maybe restrained in their body, but when they open their mouth, they are in direct conflict with the will, whereby teaching about the right and the wrong and the short, the good and the bad of others. So that doesn't matter. Simply release the thinking and so you never have this kind of mistake at all. Just simply release the thinking. Any kind of thinking or thought come up in our mind without any reason. So we don't need to take care of it. We don't need to care of it. Simply release. Simply leaving other thinking as it is. And think of not thinking. Very good. Okay. If you seek the truth, you go against the truth. So we don't need to seek the truth. We don't need to seek for anything because this one is the truth itself, reality itself. So people never be able to understand. This is the reality itself. See, with six senses. See, there is the sixth sense. See, with the sixth sense, there are so many things that come up with sixth sense. That is a reality. That is a reality. See? What you just think of this in your mind is delusion, not not the reality at all. So just flow, just the release the energy. This is totally. You never have any trouble. Okay. Never forget what is thyself. What it is. What it is. This is another what we think about ourselves. This is the Dharma body. This one is our true, our essential self. A personal, a personal firm faith in the way is one who live by truth as it is. When you face it, this will become as it is. When you face it, this way you will be able to live. You never have any trouble. You just living right now, right here. This is a daily practice. This is a daily practice. This is daily just when you face it, this will become as it is. You never say anything about it. You never try to think about anything with thinking. Okay. Point of okay. Human perception and cognition. Human perception and cognition intervene and thus divide the truth. Therefore, when you recognize this, when you recognize this, there is a certain separation just come out. You divide this between this and this by thinking. Before recognition, there is no separation. There is no separation. You never know much about what it is. So you don't have any trouble. After recognition, you recognize this. And then at the same time, you recognize this as me or myself. Then the thinking just come out and, oh, this is the and this is, it's called the self. This is the delusion. This is the creation of thinking. That kind of thing never exists. That kind of negative only exists in your mind. People never know. People never be able to know how they understand this reality, even in concept. Okay. 三世心不可得。You cannot get past, present, or future. Those are the things. Past, present, future. Thus occurring, thus happening in your mind. As long as the reality, what's in your face, what's living right now, there's nothing concerned with past, present, and future, but just as it is, just right now. That's it. Very, very simple. If you let go of what is another life thing, if you truly know that it is not the right thing, then you can surely rely on it. So if you just completely release the thinking also, then you'll be able to know much about what reality is. Even you don't want to just realize. You don't want to realize. You have to just realize what it is, what the truth is, who you are. Yeah? Okay, that's the reason you don't need to worry about that. Simply do that. Simply do that. Then you can surely rely on it. There is nothing substance. You see, this is a very important thing. Just everything just come out with this empty body. Everything just come out. See, with this empty body. Nothing concerned with the substance at all. So why do you attach anything? Why do you have to attach anything? Everything just comes when I just face it. This will just come. When I just face it, this one just comes. This one just completely disappears. Nothing left. See? Understandable? Okay. There is nothing substance. Very good. That is, we don't have any trouble. Which do you value more? Which do you value more? The fact or the memory? See? And people are very much concerned with the memory or experience. And that's the reason. You see, people just care much about attachment. People like to treasure and save what they have experienced. Everyone lives their lives, valuing them more than the fact of now. Very fortunate. Minus is we'll be able to say only right now exists. Only right now exists. But what's right now is? What's right now is? You see, 10,000 changing. 10,000 changing in a second. 10,000 changing in a second. So you never be able to just chase or follow this changing with or by thinking. Totally impossible. But this one. Even the 10,000 changing in a second, this one totally change, totally follow. That's changing. There is no gap. There is no gap. There is no gap between this and this. Although this one just, or this one as well, changing. And 10,000 changing in a second. But there is no gap. Just as it is. Just as it is. This is just so huge, so incredible. So what the Shakyamuni Buddha or the Patriarchs just they ask us to do is just make use of this one, see, as you want to. So that you just completely satisfied. You completely satisfied with yourself. You never be just. You never. You feel complete. You never. You feel great with this one. So it's a very fortunate that you have this one. But the thing is that you don't know much about what this one is. So that you have to just do that. Then once you just realize, see who you are, you just realize what it is. Then just you'll be able to make use of this one. Without any trouble, without any. Okay, that's it. Yari-san, hey, you never forget about the one square meter.
Okay.
Library but you occupied too much space. That much space is unnecessary, but it's all right. one square meter space area, it's total. If not half, and then you simply sit. Then whatever thinking or thought come up in your mind, simply release them as it is. Then eventually, such a 1 square meter or half of the space become whole universe. Whole universe. Hi, thank you so much. So,
Thank you.
You do that. Hi, thank you very much. はい、ありがとうございます。Mrs. Robbins, Mrs. Robbins.